I'm Henry Hopkin, and in this video I will teach you how to use Blender to make cool 3D thumbnails for Rust. First off, you need Blender, which will be our 3D editing software for Day. Then you need Asset Studio, which is used to find the right models and textures from Rust. Thirdly, you need a folder that has all the Rust assets. And lastly, you need CAD Image Util, which helps you invert broken normal maps. Alright, so first off, you need to open Asset Studio, which will be inside a folder, just to make it a little bit easier. Then you're going to click File, Load Folder, and take the folder in the description, which will be called Shared. So I'm going to go and find this. So select this folder. And it's going to take a minute for it to load. Okay, so we're done loading. We have Scene Hierarchy and Asset List. We're going to use Asset List initially. This is where to find the correct assets. And you're going to choose the type of asset you're looking for. Make sure that you always use Mesh or Texture 2D. Mesh to find the right object, and Texture 2D to find the textures if they're not coming with the mesh initially. So I'm going to look for a lumber to find the Lumberjack Hazmat. And on the right side here, you can see that there's already a 3D model of the thing you're looking for. So I'm going to find the Hazmat now. And as you can see, it's not the highest quality. It's LOD2, which is fine. LOD0 is always the highest quality, but this will be fine. So you're going to right click it and go to Scene Hierarchy to find the correct object. Then you're going to find the Lumberjack Hazmat. Click this, click Model, and export selected objects. Make sure it's the model one, not the export one. Make sure it's the model one. And you're going to go to Desktop, make a new folder. Let's call it Lumber, just to make it a bit easier to find. Boom. Now it's going to take a minute to load. While it loads, we're going to open up Game Image Util. So you go here, click this. I'm going to choose Grayscale, this one. All right. And now it's done loading. So I'll open it for you for a second. So you go to Lumber, click Game Objects, and now you have this. So these are normal maps. Normal maps are things that fakes like height. So pretty much it like adds extra texture. It's a weird thing to explain, but basically these are red normal maps that Blender does not read, so you have to convert them into these purple ones. For that, the easiest and the only thing I've found so far is to use this. So you're going to drag them in here and see how they turn into blue. That's perfect. This is a really important step. If you don't do this, the objects will look like these, I don't know, they'll just look weird. They look like rubbery, and they will look wrong basically. So now we're going to open up Blender. You can delete everything here. And you're going to click Import FBX. You're going to find your lumber. And make sure the scale is 100. This is really important since all the files are downscaled for some reason. Alright, now we have our lumberjack here. Use the middle click on the mouse to move around. And see, there's different LEDs. I'm going to show you the difference. So this is LD4, which is the worst quality, and this is LD0. So huge difference. So make sure just to delete the rest of it and keep LD0. Now there's a bunch of empties that you want to delete. So make sure you delete these as well. They'll just get in the way if you don't delete them. All right, now you should be good. So we're gonna add a light source because it's kind of important. It's hard to see if you don't have a light source here. So, yeah. Okay. And you can go to the bottom here, put the power up to around 1000, and radius, make it bigger so it's a bit better. Now you're going to hold Z and choose rendered. This is what we're working with here. So it might look trash, and that's the reason because you haven't changed the render engine, which is on the right side here. So switch that to cycles. See? Much better. Okay, so now we're going to go to shading. So let's talk about shading. Basically, we have this principal BSDF that takes in all the information that we need and puts it here in the material output. Most important part of this is the base color, which gives it the texture that we have, the coloring for it. And then we have the normal map, which gives us the heights, the quality of the texture. Makes sense? Lastly, we have a roughness that makes it either glossy or like, you know, super not glossy, I guess. I don't know how you call it. So yeah. And you're also metallic. So if it's a metallic item, you must put it, you know, up. Since there's a little bit metallic here, you can, you know, maybe like 0.7 would be fine. You know, your own preference. Okay. Then specular is how it like deals with light. Usually most skins in Rust have a specular, so you can put that here. I'll post a screenshot of what it usually looks like if you want to have a decent skin. This is definitely not the perfect one, and definitely differentiates. Like this, the shading tab is really important. So this will show a different style for everyone. This will be the one that differentiates different artists between each other, you know? The most important thing about this video that I've noticed the other videos get messed up is the normal map. They have this red normal map, and it's really messed up if you use the red one. So make sure to convert this into a blue one. And make sure to use Asset Studio to find the right assets, since it might be a little bit confusing where to find, you know, the boxes and stuff and how to use Asset Studio. We are far from being done, but we have a decent result already. Next time, I'm going to show you guys how to add decent looking backgrounds, so you have a light that makes it look beautiful, so you don't have to use these small lamps for yourself. Then I'm going to show you how to import items quickly, so you can create an environment. And lastly, I'll show you how to do poses. But that's all in the next video. Before that, make sure to watch the Donut Guru, no, not the Donut Guru, the Blender Guru's videos. This will make it a lot easier to follow these videos. And you don't actually have to watch the entire series. A couple episodes is fine.